Alright, we're back in the lair. This is Nerding with A.P.A.C. This is your boy, T'Challa BP74, alongside my dude.
Salutations, my fellow blurs, nerds, and peaceful herds. What's going on? It's your boy Codename coming back in the Panthers lair.
Alright, we're about to break down this trailer, watch this trailer top to bottom, break it down, chop it up, talk about it a little bit. So we're going to see how it go. Let's get at it, strap on in.
My pen and paper.
Let's ride.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
There were things that I saw.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors. From every universe.
Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
Look, there has to be another way!
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe.
You're not gonna take this away from me. Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone. What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
December 17th, exclusively in movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29. Spider Monday.
So much to unpack.
Alright, well,
What happened?
I saw a lot.
Right.
I saw a lot.
Big
First
trailer.
of all, you see a new suit, the black and gold suit,
Yeah.
right? Do you think that that's MCU Spider-Man in that suit, or that's another Spider-Man from another?
I do think that's him.
Okay.
The reason I do because they showed him in that suit before. I do get a feeling for why he wears it now.
Okay.
I think that one thing we know about Spider-Man, like Iron Man, like some of the other heroes we know too, like the Batmans out there, the tech heads basically, they usually have a suit for the moment. And one thing I noticed about this trailer that was a little bit different than the other ones was we saw that suit a lot where Electro was.
Okay.
So to some degree, I feel like that suit might have some level of
Electricity resistant.
electricity resistant, or it's not a
Conduct-
conductor,
yeah,
or something like that. It's
Okay,
just-
I can see that. I can see that. That suit was on the lineup when he was creating his last suit in Far From Home.
Really? Okay.
That was in there. The Iron Spider was in
Yeah.
there. Because remember, he merged pieces from certain things and
Yeah.
put them together.
Yeah, yeah.
First of all, oof, I don't even know where to start in this trailer. The trailer open up, we see Peter talking about, the only time he's feel normal is like that moment that MJ found out, right?
Mm-hmm. That week he had with MJ
and then everything just went chaotic.
Yeah.
Right. The spell goes wrong. He wants Doctor Strange to write a spell to make everybody forget about Peter Parker, and it's Spider-Man. And when we saw the last trailer, we were kind of skeptical. We said, why is Doctor Strange helping him? Wong already told him that spell is dangerous anyway. Yeah. There was a lot of questions that we have. But after watching this trailer, there's a lot of things that became clear. It seems like these villains, right, is supposed to die in their timeline.
Right.
The spell brought him over, and Peter is actually trying to save them.
Right.
And Otto Octavius is exploiting Peter.
Yeah. Because he understands that this Peter's different.
Yeah.
The other Peter, he had certain things that happened in his life. Like, we got to take into account this Peter. We haven't even seen him lose Uncle Ben. So whether he lost him at an early age or he lost him as, late in years as Peter from the Sam Raimi films, the connection to it is way different.
But you heard what he said early on. He said, from the moment I got bitten by the spider.
Yeah.
So that we never really knew how he got his powers.
Yeah, this is the first time they actually mentioned
that.
They
mentioned it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nods in this trailer to Marvel movies in general.
Yep.
Right? The first movie Kevin Feige worked on was X-Men 1. And where was the final battle?
The Empire State Building.
No.
Or not Empire State Building, but the Statue of Liberty.
Right?
Where
this last final fight, looks like it's on the Statue of Liberty, and it looked like Captain America, he's bringing down Captain America's shield on Lady Liberty. And we know that Lady Liberty and Captain America symbol goes hand in hand. So, man, there's so many things going on. Watching when all of them are up on that tower frame, right? The scaffolding. And it's Lizard, Sandman, Electro, Green Goblin.
Did you notice the fact that you noticed that there's two different goblins in that trailer?
I was looking. There's a part where MJ falls, and it looked like something behind of her is coming this way. And that's why I watched it so many times, because I wanted to see what that was. And it happened so fast, I don't get to freeze it in that time frame, or it doesn't really.
There's another point of the trailer. There's 3 times that they show a goblin, and there's only one time that they show this one goblin that doesn't have a mask. His suit is a little different, but one thing that really caught my attention, his glider is completely
different.
And
do you think it's Ned Leeds?
I thought it might be Ned Leeds. One of the reasons I considered that is because we know that in one of the universes, Harry Osborn does become the Green Goblin, and then towards the end he switches sides. So one of that Green Goblin's father, or that Harry Osborn, his father is going to be in this movie, and he has his suit. So the thoughts of there being a possibility of Ned getting that suit, Peter's need help. Like, we know he needs help, and from what they're teasing, he may get the other 2 Spider-Man, but it's 6 on 4 still.
I'm actually glad they didn't show any of them.
Me too.
Because if you did, then why would anybody now be interested in running to go see this movie? Because they know the premise of the movie.
Exactly. And the one thing that you're holding on to is the big reveal is like how many Spider-Men are in this movie. Because we've never seen 2 Spider-Men on screen. Not on the big screen. We've seen them in cartoons, but we've never seen them to this degree. And the fact that you hold on to that, this being one of the last trailers before this movie comes out, I didn't even think it was coming out this year. But that's huge.
Well, what do you think about Strange trying to keep it together at the end, and he's like,
still don't believe that's strange.
I can't keep them away. I
still don't believe that's strange. And the fact, and that in itself was kind of telling, because he never really talked about what that was. If we're gonna go on the lines of to say that may be like some of the final scenes of the movie, then let's take into account that the rest of them should already be out, like the rest of the Sinister Six at this point. So what does that entail? Is there something else coming out? And if you look at his face when he talks about killing, I don't remember Strange being the killer for one, unless he absolutely has to. And I don't see him being the kind of person to say, well, let's kill human beings. Like, one thing that we could say about every member of this Sinister Six is they're human. Yeah, they might have gone through some situations that, you know, led them to their circumstance, but they're still human.
But what about him saying that they have to die? It's inevitable for them to die.
That is true. Like,
because he never really told Peter he needs to kill him. He said
they need to die.
They need to die, meaning they need to be sent back to where they're from.
Right.
And Peter's stopping them from being sent back
so that they don't die. You know, that's a good point. That is a magic point. And at that point, who better to tell them how things need to be than the Peter Parkers that fought these men?
Yeah. Woo.
Maybe even the Gwen Stacy Gwen Stacy, because one thing that we can say, we don't know where that Electro's from.
We saw a mirroring of that scene with MJ falling back instead of Gwen Stacy.
What if Gwen pops up then?
I don't know. Do you think MJ dies?
I think that they're going to tease her dying the whole movie if she doesn't. Because she's the last thing that connects him to a normal life. And for what it seems right now, that's being tried. They also mentioned that this is the end of the Homecoming saga. And she is home to him. So I think if this is the end of the Homecoming...
No way home.
You know what I'm saying? If she dies, there is no way back home.
Okay, so we see 5 villains, right?
Right.
I think we're seeing 6 all along.
I think there's a 6 missing.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break it down by 6, okay? We seen Lizard.
Yep.
We see Electro.
Yep.
Well, let's talk about, the Sam Raimi first, right?
Yeah.
So we see Green Goblin.
Yep.
We see Doc Ock.
Yep.
Right? And if I'm not mistaken...
Sandman. So we saw literally all 3 movies.
All 3, right?
One from each.
And then from Garfield's world...
We saw 2.
We saw Electro
from
and Lizard.
And Lizard from his first movie.
Right. But here is the 6th.
Okay.
And it's been right there in our face, and it's been playing red herring with us the whole time. We know that eventually him and Venom is gonna collide, right? But Venom, it is not. I don't think Venom is a part of that. Mm-hmm. I believe Mysterio is still pulling strings.
Mysterio is still out there.
He's still pulling strings. I believe they think he's dead. I believe he's not dead, and he is just messing with Peter on a huge level.
I think you're absolutely
right. In the process of all of that, Doctor Strange casts a spell, things get cattywampus. Mm-hmm. I believe Strange is still being controlled.
Yeah.
Right? And I believe he's being controlled to cast this spell. We already know that the Scarlet Witch is stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Right.
She's studying the Darkhold.
Right.
At this very moment where the multiverse is cracking open in the end, where it looks like everything is colliding, right? Wanda could actually be playing her checkmate move to get to her kids.
Because she's strong enough at this point.
She's strong enough at this point. She's making him do this spell.
She's not only strong enough at this point, but she's learned from the master manipulator in Agatha Harkness. Not only did she learn from her, but she still has her at her beck and call.
And if that's not the case, then I believe that is Doctor Strange, and he realizes what's coming. And it's not the other Spider-Man that's coming, right? But it's the villain for Multiverse of Madness. And this movie ends on a cliffhanger, and a powerful evil entity comes through there like the Shima and jacks everything up.
I don't know if we drop it with the Shima, but I do see it opening. I do see a post-credit scene where something cracks again. Because this isn't going to be the end. He's not going to fix this.
You saw the color of the sky?
I did.
What was the color of the sky?
It was almost like a purplish orange looking thing.
what is most dark magicians, sorcerers, warlocks? What is the color of their power?
Purple or orange, one of those two. It's always been those two.
We've
The
seen,
only positive person who's used purple is T'Challa. The only positive person.
yeah, but his stuff is not magic; it's science.
It's science. So it's
Right,
different.
but when it comes to magic, and supernatural, the energy that they give off is purple.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it in Agatha.
Yep.
Right, in the comics, there's times that Mephisto have used it, and it's been purple.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that whole crack is a crack where evil entities can now come over into our verse, and I believe Doctor Strange know that, and he feels something coming.
So what if even like this Doctor Strange in himself, it's kind of Strange Supreme? Because one thing that we knew about Strange Supreme is the problem that he had was his hubris. And
yeah, but Strange Supreme is extremely strong.
That is true.
He's extremely strong. If that was Strange Supreme, he could literally do that spell and not worry about it backfiring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he has so much magical energies from different magical beings and creatures that he have absorbed.
Right.
So he's on a whole nother level of powerful.
Well, my thoughts is like, well, what if this leads to him feeling like, okay, I gotta get stronger. I just messed up.
I mean,
MJ said it herself. This is kind of your problem. Like,
yeah, it's a strong possibility.
Somebody's got to fix this.
Yeah.
And if Wanda doesn't want to, which if this leads to her getting her kids back, I can understand why she wouldn't want to. He's basically what's left.
I don't know. I don't think, and again, knowing what's coming, right?
Right.
We know that Multiverse of Madness is coming, and because Multiverse of Madness is coming, everything is about to.
Yeah, we just know that something is it's about to go down.
Everything is about to implode in the MCU, right? I believe that whole thing where he can't contain whatever it is, that's when everything cracks open and spilling. That's when the multiverse actually goes into madness. And it starts, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness picks up right there.
So you know what the crazy thing is? Though Loki and Sylvie may have cracked the universe into several different scenarios, or the multiverse into several different scenarios.
Several million
scenarios. You know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. They saw the show. If they didn't, they wouldn't be here. But anyways, even though they might have split it, this moment here is likely what twisted altogether.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
How not?
Because it already branched.
But it branched away from one another.
Look
it didn't branch into each other.
Look at when Doctor Strange cast a spell.
But that's what I'm saying. Like this moment within this movie, this is what molds them together. Where
I think when he does it here, he opens up the MCU multiverse or the MCU verse to be collided with everything else.
I'm saying that he actually collided himself. I think I'm calling separation between all of the events of Wanda, Loki, this. I'm saying that Wanda made it possible. I'm saying that Loki and Sylvie cracked the universe into multiples. And I'm saying that he create a merge of all of them to actually wind up within one another.
I don't know.
If it's just on file?
Here's why, because that Doctor Strange, right? He have no control.
I'm not saying he did it on purpose.
No, he don't have control over the multiverse. He says it to Peter. He said, He said, we have no idea what is happening with the multiverse.
Right, but I don't think he knew that the multiverse had opened up to that extent either. It's not like they're all.
Here's the thing, though, and again, it goes back to him. He is the Sorcerer Supreme. It is his job to protect our what?
Our universe.
Our reality.
Our reality. But our reality doesn't necessarily reflect on someone else's.
It's too many variables.
Right.
It's too many things.
It's a big trailer.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to think about.
But it's also a lot that's currently happening.
Yeah.
And I believe with an addition of all these different things that's colliding, it has no other no other option but for the MCU to all the multiverses to now collide into madness.
So my question to you: how many Spider-Man are in this movie?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna gamble it. Of course, everybody knows there's rumors about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and I believe Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield is there. I honestly do. But I don't know if we're gonna see other Spider-Man.
I feel like the fact that I would hold to the fact that we watched.
I definitely believe they are there because their nemesis are there.
Exactly.
Their villains are there.
They're there, and I still, if we think about the fact that other, realities cracked open. If we take out the obvious of, okay, this is a newer movie, so they could have just made Electro different. We can actually say that he's from a different universe. Mm-hmm. He looks way different than the other Electro. Like, I would say he looks more aligns with the newer Electro mixed with the old costume to make it look as modern as
actually
could.
I don't think that the costume is the old design at all.
You don't think so? You think it's all the new one?
I think he has a new costume.
Well, no, the costume is all the way new, but even down to...
No, I meant the design.
Like the design, you think they made a whole new design for this? And that's what leads me even further to believe that that could be from a different universe.
I absolutely believe it is. But it's still Andrew Garfield's nemesis. So he's going to come over like, what is going on?
Or so we think. Andrew Garfield's nemesis could easily be Lizard. They had a clear tie.
But they have both of them in there.
Right. But it wasn't necessarily, like, if it's this, let's say, and I'm just running on the lines that Ghost Spider, Miss Emma Stone, is in this movie because they mentioned that she is. But we also know that in that universe, her character died. Yeah. So
it could be a Spider-Gwen.
It could be a Spider-Gwen.
We could very well be looking at Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And
the way that, and
again, remember, Into the Spider-Verse, they had multiple villains. And the female Doc Ock is one of the villains.
Exactly. So
I love what they did with Doc Ock's new suit. He has the nano upgrade from Tony Stark.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
Now, do we think he gets that in this movie? Like, do you think, like, in the process of being in that lab?
Honestly, I do. And here's why. When we see him show up and he's like, "Hey, Peter,"
he ain't got it.
His tentacles don't look like they have it. But then we see him later, and his tentacles come around.
And they show like multiple times where they're either like going on or they're already there. Like when he's in that cage, he already has it. So at some point in time, like he might even got in.
He might have went in there and did some experimentation. Yeah. I think it's gonna be just an amazing movie. Yeah. But I still believe it ends on a cliffhanger.
I feel like it kind of has to, because right now his contract is on a cliff. And they need to have something that's going to pull him back for one, because he could easily say, okay, I'm done with the MCU and go Sony heavy. All these are Sony products. If they wanted to step away from the MCU, they easily could. It's at that point where a lot of the Sony products have already collided. You created this multiverse. You can stick to that and actually, lean.
But I think because of their game plan.
No, of course not. I don't think the money leans that way, and I think that's why, like you said, it ends on a cliffhanger, because it's too much. It's gone too far at this point.
And not to mention, Spider-Man is a flagship character. Even if Tom Holland don't come back, another Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're gonna bring somebody else. But I think Tom Holland is at that point in his career where he's not gonna leave it, because it seems like he has fun with it.
True.
And it seems like it's a character that's kind of built for him. Like there's not a lot of Robert Downey Jr.'s that can fit the mold like that. Like even I felt like. Steve Rogers he is the best Peter Parker / Spider-Man. And
I
think I feel like Chris Evans could be replaced, and I think he did an amazing job as Steve Rogers. But I feel like to some degree there is another Steve Rogers out there.
I don't know. Sarah Finn did such an amazing job.
It's hard. I
don't see another.
It is hard to believe it, but I do feel like it's out there. But as far as am I ever gonna see another Iron Man that's not Robert Downey Jr.? No. I can even see another Peter Parker, but right now it's kind of hard to believe because of the way that he actually acts.
Okay. Now it's gonna be a great movie. I can't wait. You know, we have another 5 weeks before it drops. About a little over a month. We have.
Yeah, actually, because it's the 17th today, so it's 17th then. Yeah. Literally 30 days.
So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Strap on in, man.
Yeah, y'all enjoy it, man. It's gonna be a wild ride, man. The
it's
MCU
gonna
is
shake up the
on
MCU.
its way.
Yeah,
We thought the first 3 phases was something crazy.
Well, I mean, you see what I phase 4, what they've been doing, you know, just costume design
alone. Yeah.
Costume
design.
And I forgot what this person's name is. I was just doing some research on them. They've been heavily involved in phase 4.
Yeah.
You know, and everything they've been doing, man. They are truly fans of the comic. They went back to source material in almost every design.
Did you notice that there's a part in the trailer? Now, I'm not sure because of his lighting or not, but there's a part in the trailer where his costume actually looks like the one in the comics with the gold as opposed to the blue. It's this one right here, this Iron Spider, but it's like the lighting makes it look like the spider is golden like it looks in the comic books.
I don't know. Maybe he have different suits that go through.
I thought about it. It's like I was like it could. Like I'm not gonna put it past him.
But his Iron Spider had no blue. It was just all gold and red.
It was gold and red. So
yeah.
I thought they did this to be more, you know,
comic
accurate / Spider-Man centric to stick to the red and blue, but still to give him gold accents because he is, you know, Tony Stark's, you know, protege.
I don't know, but I'm excited. Can't wait to see what happens, and it's just gonna shake up some stuff.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Man, this is a great time. Great having you in here chopping it up about Spider-Man, man.
Appreciate having me, man.
Again, this is Nerding with A.P.A.C. This is your boy T'Challa BP74 along with my dude.
Codename Comment, y'all.